The Amazing Spider-Man, issue number 25. Captured by Jonah Jameson. One of the many rewards of being a good student is the fact that a pretty gal like Liz Allen might ask you to help her with her studies, as Peter Parker has just done.
Good night, Liz. Hope you dig those formulae now.
I dig you even more, Petey.
Before I go home, I'd better retrieve my spider beam, which I left on a roof ledge yesterday. My spider sense tells me that no one's around to see me now. And if no one's watching, there's no need for me to go to the trouble of changing into my costume. It should be on the ledge right above me. Good, here it is. Say, who are those seedy-looking characters slinking around below? The way they're going from car to car, they've got auto thieves written all over them. Looks like they found the one they want. What a lucky break. There's a cop. It'll save me the trouble of wasting time in those three hoods. Uh-oh, if he goes down that street, he won't see them. So I'll just get him to change direction, my way. The spider signal. Now, by moving the signal over to those punks, he'll have to see them.
Hey, what's going on here? Someone spotted us.
You can say that again, mister. Grab some sky. I've got you covered. Well, we've been looking for you three for some time now.
And just our luck, he found us in the middle of a caper.
I ought to be able to sell some pics of this arrest to Jonah Jameson with no sweat. Everything's going my way for a change.
A few minutes later.
Hi, Aunt May. I thought you'd be asleep by now.
I wanted to wait till I knew you were safely home, Peter, dear. And besides, there was the loveliest Joan Crawford movie on The Late Show.
Aunt May sure is the greatest, if only she wouldn't worry about me so much. I'd better work on my spare costume while I have the chance before I go to bed. I remember the time my Spidey suit got dripping wet and I couldn't wear it when I needed it. I don't want that to happen again. Yeesh, boy how I hate this so.
However, after only a dozen or so tiny pin pricks, Peter manages to finish his costume, and then, the next morning.
I hope old Skinflint buys my photos. Oh, he's with someone.
Don't worry about a thing. I'll take care of your ad personally, and I'll see you at the club tonight.
Must be someone important. JJ's smiling.
Got some pictures for me, Parker? Let me see them. Nothing so great. Spider-Man's signal beam shining on three punks, and a policeman making a pinch. Big deal.
I need the money. He has to buy them. But you don't get the idea, Mr. Jameson. Those pics are dynamite. Think how bad they make Spider-Man look. He was beaten to some crooks by one lone officer.
Say, that's right, Parker.
I never heard Peter Parker knock Spider-Man before.
Yes, sir. It's a good thing I thought of that angle. Another typical Jameson brainstorm. I'll send you your check in the morning, Parker.
Hi, Betty. Hey, why the cold shoulder look?
You should know why, Peter. You've been selling too many pictures to J. Jonah. You're beginning to sound like him now.
Aw, I was just... Hey, look. What's that?
Mr. Jameson, my name is Smythe. I'm an inventor. I've read your anti-Spider-Man editorials for months, so I know how you hate him. That's why I'm here. I have something that is guaranteed to defeat Spider-Man.
Just what I need. Another crackpot. Out! I'm not getting mixed up with any more nutty mad scientists. Every time I listen to one of you nitwits, I end up being a laughingstock.
But Mr. Jameson, if you just let me demonstrate.
So this is gonna defeat me, eh? I hope he didn't bet his rent money on it. Say, this would be a great chance to get even with Jonah for all the trouble he's caused me in the past. I might even make some more dough selling photos of the Spider-Man fight.
It would only take a moment to show what my robot can do.
You heard me. I said out.
He probably is a phony, JJ, but it can't do any harm to watch him demonstrate. In fact, there's always the chance that he may really have something. What have you got to lose?
Peter Parker, you keep out of this. What's gotten into you?
After all, it has to take something special to be able to fight Spider-Man. Maybe that nutty-looking robot is just what the doctor ordered.
Peter, how can you talk that way? Do you want Spider-Man defeated?
Ixnay, Betty. If the robot should be able to wallop Spider-Man, you'll get all the credit. And if it doesn't, who's to know?
Peter!
Besides, you know you're lots smarter than Spider-Man could ever hope to be. He's only beaten you by dumb luck before. Sooner or later, you're bound to win. After all, look how successful you are. You're a born winner, JJ.
Perhaps I was too hasty. Very well, Smythe. Let's see your demonstration.
Ow, cut it out, Betty.
You won't be disappointed, Mr. Jameson, I promise. I just need someone to hold this live spider in its glass cage.
Let Parker do it. It was his idea.
Who, me?
Don't worry, my boy, you won't be hurt. I just wish to show how my robot can sense a spider's presence anywhere.
Oh my gosh, what if this guy isn't a crackpot?
Now, at the press of a button, coils will shoot out from my robot, attracted by the very presence of the spider, trapping it.
Now I'm in for it. The coils were attracted to my own, much greater spider power.
It should have grabbed the spider rather than Parker, but that isn't important. I can iron out a few little bugs like that, but you can see how it automatically ensnares anything related to a spider. No use struggling, Parker. You cannot break that coiled steel.
He's right. Even my spider strength can't snap the steel strands.
Not bad. Not bad.
You finally got what you deserve, Mr. Parker. I hope you never break loose.
See how simple it is, Mr. Jameson? It will locate Spider-Man through its hypersensitive Geiger-type apparatus. Then it will trap him in its coil springs.
I must admit, it sounds like a foolproof approach.
And best of all, you can enjoy the triumph by operating the robot yourself. It's guided by a simple remote control mechanism you can handle from here. You'll be in complete charge.
Hey, how about getting me out of here?
See how easily it's done. The press of a button releases the coils instantly.
I'm sold. I'll pay whatever you want for the robot. Something tells me I'm gonna get Spider-Man this time.
I don't want to sell it outright. I'd rather rent it to you.
Sure. Step into my office and we'll work out the details.
Well, Mr. Parker, I hope you're quite satisfied with yourself. You're even worse than Mr. Jameson. At least he thinks he has a reason to hate Spider-Man, but you haven't.
Gosh, Betty, I didn't mean any harm. I thought it would be fun.
Fun? Fun to help get Spider-Man captured? And after the way he saved your Aunt May from Dr. Octopus? Honestly, if I live to be 100, I'll never understand you, Peter. Now go join your leader, Jolly Jonah Jameson. Goodbye.
Betty, wait. Boy, did I foul myself up this time. I thought it would be a big gag, but that robot really is dangerous. And Betty's mad at me now. And here I go again. Yeesh, my luck sure runs the gamut from bad to hopeless.
Later, at the steps of Midtown High School.
Did I tell you, chicks, how I helped old Spidey to get the last laugh on that phony psychiatrist a few weeks ago?
Dozens of times, Flash. But tell us again. You tell it better every time.
Hey, Flash, look who's coming. It's Puny Parker, with your girlfriend, Liz, running after him.
See, Flash? I told you the two of them had a date last night.
That's okay. Just relax and watch me handle this. I know just what to do.
Petey. Oh, Petey. Wait for me.
Hi, Liz. Well, hello, Pete, old pal. How's it going, fella? How's a boy?
Okay, Thompson, cut the comedy. What are you up to now?
Flash Thompson, if you're trying to get Petey mixed up in a fight, I'll never speak to you again.
A fight? Oh, perish forbid. I just want to talk to my old buddy, that's all.
In that case, I'll leave you two boys alone. See you later, Petey.
See you later, Petey. You creep. I warned you what would happen if you tried to two-time me with my girl. I'll be waiting for you after school today, and you better be there.
Look, muscle-bound, if you think I've nothing better to do than...
You heard me. Be there, and don't worry. It'll be over so fast you'll hardly feel a thing. Parker sure looks jumpy today. So would you if you knew Flash Thompson would be waiting for you outside.
Every time I hear a noise, I think it might be that robot coming after me.
Peter, why do you keep staring out of the window that way?
What other way is there, Liz? It's sure to come after me as soon as Smythe sees that it's in perfect working condition.
And at that very moment,
Everything checks out perfectly, Mr. Jameson. It'll work as smooth as silk. Spider-Man will be your captive before nightfall.
You better be right, Smythe, if you want that bonus I promised you.
There, I set it on automatic. All we have to do is wait until it picks up the aura of Spider-Man's presence, and then you'll have him.
Poor Spider-Man. If they trap him, it'll all be Peter's fault.
Look, am I saying things, or is it moving?
Yes, it is. We're in luck. It's picked up Spider-Man's impulses already. And now, Mr. Jameson, this is where you come in. Are you ready? Just sit at the master control panel and do what I've instructed you to. Ah, your picture and voice are coming in fine.
This is great. I can see right out through the robot's face.
Test it out. Make it move. Now try the voice.
What's everyone staring at? Get back to work, all of you. That was delightful. I scared them out of a year's growth. Say, look, where's the robot going?
It's on the trail of Spider-Man, zeroing in on his spider's impulse.
Look how everyone's staring. They must be looking at my face on the robot's head screen.
meanwhile,
That was the last bell, useless. Remember, I'll be waiting for you outside.
Fine, fine. And if you're real nice about it, maybe I'll let you carry my books home.
but no sooner does Flash leave when...
The robot! It's coming this way. It must have sensed me here. I'll slip out this side door. I've got to get safely away from school and change to Spider-Man before he catches up with me.
Flash Thompson, what's this I hear about you waiting to have a fight with Petey Parker?
Oh no, not Liz, not now. Look, Liz, this is something between Parker and me.
But if you're fighting about me, then I am involved in it also.
Flash, Parker's running away.
Flash, wait. Come back.
I'll teach him to try to duck out on Flash Thompson. Come on, let's go after him. Yippee! Parker, come back and fight, you chicken.
It's Flash and his stooges. I think I can use them this time. All I have to do is keep them between me and the robot.
Buds, up ahead of me. They're blocking my view.
Holy smoke, what in the name of creation do you call that?
What's that thing advertising? Is he giving away any free samples?
Out of my way, you brats, move.
Flash, look behind us. Holy smoke, it's Jameson. I know his face anywhere, but he's turned into a monster.
Out of the way, everybody. Spider-Man must be somewhere ahead of me.
Spider-Man? Wow, we've gotta keep running. I don't want to miss this.
How can I slip away in full view of everyone and change to Spidey? I must do it, because they'll guess who I am if the robot grabs me.
And then, suddenly rounding a corner,
This is my chance. I hope no one's watching from any windows nearby.
You won't escape me, Parker. Look, the robot stopped chasing us. Why is it trying to climb up the roof? And where'd Parker disappear to?
How did it get here so fast? I didn't even have time to put my shoes or gloves on.
Spider-Man, I found you. You were right, Smythe. Your robot works. It found that roof-crawling menace as easy as pie.
And it will defeat Spider-Man just as easily. It's equipped with every type of fighting device I could think of.
Phew, lucky he delayed for a second. At least I'm fully costumed now.
Recognize me, Spider-Man? It's your old pal, J. Jonah. I finally found a way to clip your wings forever.
He can even talk through that thing.
while in the streets below.
That's funny. We lost Parker, and the robot's gone. The robot said Spider-Man was around here. Maybe Parker found him.
Oh dear, I hope he didn't.
Look, there he is. And that robot with Jameson's face is after him. Look out!
You won't escape me, Spider-Man. I can follow you wherever you go.
What do we do now? What happened to Parker? Forget puny Parker. This is more important. I've got to help old Spidey like I did last time.
Good. Now Petey can get away.
Follow me. We've got to catch up to that robot.
Perhaps if I tag along with him, he'll stop being so jealous of poor Petey.
Meanwhile,
This is where I'll make my stand, right in the middle of the street. If I beat Jameson now, everybody will know about it. He'll never live it down. First, I'll give you a taste of my liquid webbing. Uh-oh, it's rolling off. His surface is specially prepared. It's too oily. Well then, I'll spray it over him. Now what? He's covering his head with his arm, catching my web. It slid off again. It won't stick to any part of him. Now what do I do? Phew, I almost forgot. Mustn't let him get close enough for his coils to spring out at me. Old Jonah must be gloating to beat the band right now. I've got to get out of range of those coil spring arms. They're too fast. They follow me automatically, attracted by my spider impulses.
Dodge all you want to. You can't avoid me forever.
This'll be even harder than I thought. I'd better take to the rooftops for a while.
Hey, Big Shot, what gives? You're running the wrong way.
My adoring public. They can't wait to turn against me at the first opportunity.
There he is, Flash.
Heck, if he takes to the roof, we'll lose him.
Going for a little climb, Spider-Man. That won't help you. I'm coming right after you. You're not getting away from me.
This is terrible. I've got to help poor Spider-Man somehow. I owe him that much.
Smythe, you're a genius. I've never had such a wonderful time.
There's only one thing to do. Careful, Mr. Jameson. That dial is coming loose. Here, let me tighten it for you.
Don't touch it. I'll lose control over the robot. Stay back.
I was too slow. I'll have to think of something else.
Didn't think I could come after you so fast, did you? Why don't you give up and save yourself all this trouble?
I don't know which is worse, that robot's coils or Jameson's raspy, gloating voice.
You're beginning to look tired, Spider-Man. What a pity. Personally, I'm as fresh as ever. I could keep this up all day. In fact, I think I will.
Well, bully for you, Big Mouth.
Now I know you're tired. Even your corny wisecracks are sounding weaker than ever.
Jameson's right. That robot can't ever get tired, but Spider-Man can. I've got to think of something.
I've waited months for this moment. I'm almost sorry you're getting tired. I'd like it to last much longer.
If I could just reach that electric socket. I'll pretend I stumbled. I'll drop these papers. Oops, how clumsy of me. He's paying no attention, so I'll just inch closer to the socket. I feel like the heroine in an adventure thriller. It's really exciting.
Miss Brent, what in thunder are you doing? Get away from there!
Oh no! If this were just a story, I'd have made it.
How do you expect me to concentrate with you getting underfoot all the time? Get out! Take the rest of the day off! Without pay, of course.
I failed. But Peter is as indebted to Spider-Man as I. I've got to get him to help somehow. I'll phone him. I hope he's home. After all, this is all his fault. Tisk, the line's busy. Spider-Man has helped Peter many times in the past. Now it's his turn to repay the favors. He talked JJ into this, so he's got to find a way to talk him out of it. Oh, the line's still busy. I never even liked Spider-Man or any silly costumed adventurer, but I can't help feeling sorry for him. After all, it isn't fair for a man to have to fight a tireless robot. If only Peter can convince Jameson to... Drat! Still busy. Perhaps his aunt is on the phone. A woman can talk for hours. I'll go over and get him myself.
And on a crowded street corner.
So bad we lost him. It'll be some fight. Well, no sense just hanging around. Let's go find puny Parker again.
I was afraid of this. Flash Thompson, don't you dare.
He probably lit out for home. I'll bet you can find him there. It's as good a place as any to start looking.
Flash, I'm ashamed of you. If you hurt poor Petey, I'll never talk to you again.
Relax, Liz. I won't even lay a finger on that crummy bookworm. I just want to get him to admit that he ran away because he's chicken.
He's just too smart to waste his time fighting.
The more she defends him, the more I hate him.
Meanwhile, the young stalwart who seems to be on everyone's lips is having troubles enough among the rooftops.
I can play tag as long as you can.
I must have been out of my mind. This is all my own fault. I talked Jameson into using that robot. I thought this would be a picnic. I thought I could make a fool of Jonah in front of everyone. Instead, I'm running away from him, getting more tired by the minute, while he's having a ball. And every time I slow down, those coil steel feelers of his automatically reach out to grab me.
Keep going, Spider-Man. Don't spoil my fun so quickly. I want this delightful episode to last.
I've got to get some rest soon, but how? He won't let up for a second.
How do you like being on the run, you costumed freak? How does it feel to be up against your superior? Namely, J. Jonah Jameson.
But once again, our scene briefly changes as we find Betty Brant arriving at the home of Peter Parker.
Why is that little group gathered in front of Peter's house? It's that blonde Liz Allen. So, Peter still sees her.
Now you just wait here, Flash. I'll go and see if he's in. And if he is, I'll warn him not to come out till Flash has gone.
Wow, fancy meeting you here, Miss Allen. Do you always travel in a pack like that?
Why, no, Miss Brant, but sometimes it's hard to get rid of all my admirers, although I'm sure you don't have that problem.
Oh, what a lovely surprise. Betty Brant and Liz Allen. Do come in, my dears. Today seems to be my day for surprises.
What does she mean by that?
Is Peter and Mrs. Parker?
No, dear, he's out, although I expect him back shortly. Won't you come in and wait?
Yes, I certainly will. Thank you.
And so will I.
Now that you're here, I'd like you to meet another charming young lady. She's the niece of Mrs. Watson, my next-door neighbor.
Another girl?
More competition?
Mary Jane, this is Betty Brant, and this is Liz Allen. Girls, I'd like you to meet Mary Jane Watson. She just dropped in to visit my nephew.
Hello, girls. She's a friend of Peter's? She looks like a scream star.
He's been hiding her from us? Or shy, bashful, studious Peter?
Now then, would you girls like a nice, refreshing cup of tea, or...
Oh, no thanks, Mrs. Parker. I really have to be going.
Yes, so do I. We'll see Peter some other time.
Well, was he in? Where is he?
He wasn't in, and I don't know where he is. Goodbye, Miss Brent.
Goodbye, Miss Allen.
Wait, Liz. Don't go. Don't you want to see your bookworm boyfriend eat crow when he finds me waiting for him?
I do not. I'm going home.
You'd better cut out too, Flash. It's getting late. Come on, let's get something to eat. Sure, tomorrow's another day. You can find Parker anytime. That's right. We can't hang around here forever. Hey, wait. Let him go. That milksop has to come back sometime, and I'm staying till he does. Although it would be more fun to prove how yellow he is with the other guys watching.
And so, we again take our leave of the Thompson family's pride and joy as we return once more to our web-spinning wonder.
He's still coming after me, but I managed to increase my lead over him. At least it'll give me time to slow down and rest for a few seconds. Phew. Oh, spider strength, don't fail me now.
Well, hello, dear. You wouldn't be trying to hide from fun-loving Jonah, would you?
Oh, brother. Now he's becoming a comedian.
He floats through the air with the greatest of ease.
Yeesh. I wonder if I sounded that corny when the shoe was on the other foot. Well, I've had it. If I run any longer, I'll tire myself out so much that I won't be able to fight. I've just got to stop and make a stand now, no matter what.
Ah, you finally realize you can't escape me, eh? If only I could bottle up this glorious moment and take out the cork and relive it whenever I want to.
The coils, they're shooting out at me faster than I expected. Oh no, it happened too quickly. I'm caught. But I can't be. He can't win so easily. He mustn't.
Look at you, the amazing Spider-Man, trapped by ordinary J. Jonah Jameson, average American business tycoon.
Some victory? You needed the help of a robot to do it.
Why, just a minor detail. I must reward Peter Parker for convincing me to use the device, which has defeated you. To prove my gratitude, I'll be unusually generous. I'll allow him to call me Jonah if he wishes.
I'd like to reward Peter Parker also, with a brick. How could I have been such a stupid lunkhead?
And now you who have trapped so many in that cowardly web of yours. You're trapped yourself. Today I feel like a man of destiny.
Come on, Spidey. Snap out of it. You're still alive. There's still hope. Think of something. Think.
When the news of my brilliant triumph is made public, I'll probably be asked to join the Avengers, but I'll prove my modesty by declining. Stand still when I'm talking to you. You're distracting me.
It's useless. The more I struggle, the tighter these coils wrap themselves around me. If only I could burn my way out. Rats, you can never find a human torch when you need one.
Say it, Spider-Man. Say it. Let me hear you say you surrender. Okay, Smythe. Now that we have him trapped and helpless, what do we do next?
Well, if the robot tries to bring him back here, the coils may loosen during the trip and he might escape. So we'll go to him instead. We'll locate him with this portable finder.
Don't go away. We'll be right there. Ha ha.
Now's my chance. I can't escape through brute strength, but I've still got my brain. If I can detect the robot's power source by tapping on his chest plate. Ah, that must be it. Next, I'll use the suction power of my fingers. The same power that enables me to walk on walls and ceilings. Got to keep pulling. Harder. Harder. There. Now here's where my knowledge of science comes in. I've got brief minutes to figure out the operation of this panel. Lucky I am the bookworm that Flash calls me.
And racing to the scene, we find...
With this little gadget zeroed in on my robot, I can pinpoint his location exactly. Turn right at the next corner, driver.
Faster, faster, I can't wait.
Turn left, turn right, back, forward. They must be nuts.
Seconds later, the cabbie is certain his fares are demented as he sees...
Keep going. The robot isn't more than 30 feet away.
This is a day the poets will write ballads about. In fact, the president will no doubt proclaim it as Jonah Jameson Day to honor the man who conquered that whip-headed menace. Look at him, struggling like a rat in a trap. It's a sight to treasure for all the golden years to come. And now, at last, I'll tear off your mask and finally see... Hey, what's this?
Mr. Jameson, what have you done to his head?
I didn't do anything. He hasn't got a head. Well, what am I saying?
While on a narrow ledge just above Jameson and Smythe, we find...
This makes up for everything. It's worth losing my Spidey costume just to see that dumb look of bewilderment on Jonah's ugly pan. I ought to patent this idea and sell it. By using my web fluid, anyone can make lifelike instant puppets.
This is most annoying. I was sure my robot was unbeatable. Oh well, back to the drawing board.
He made a fool of me again. I never should have listened to that idiot Parker. As for you, get out of here with that crazy robot before I wrap it around your scrawny neck.
I wonder if he knows how beautifully his eyes glisten when he gets angry. I'll just snap a few shots of this to chuckle over in my old age.
And back at Aunt May's house.
I'll come back some other time. Bye-bye, Mrs. Parker.
Wow, who's that chick? Maybe she knows where A-Cat is.
Say, you, if you've got no business around here, son, you'd better move on. We received a call about a suspicious-looking character hanging around.
It must be Parker. He's probably hiding in the house and figured he'd get rid of me this way.
Finally, a short time later.
Hi, Aunt May. Sorry I'm late. Boy, I'm starved.
You can have something to eat later. Right now, I want to have a serious talk with you.
Wow, it must be serious. You're always trying to get me to eat more. What's wrong?
That, young man, is what I want you to tell me.
What do you mean?
I went up to tidy your room after Mary Jane went home and...
Mary Jane? What was she doing here?
I wanted you to meet her, but that can wait. This is more important. I happened to find this behind the bookcase.
My extra Spider-Man costume. I've got to think of something, fast. Oh, that old thing. I can explain that.
I'm waiting, Peter.
I've got to find a way to clear myself without lying to her. It's just a disguise, Aunt May. I was going to use it to fool some people. Look, you can see it hasn't even been worn. It's brand new. I've never even had it on. Gosh, I can't believe you suspect me of being Spider-Man. Look under my coat sleeves. No costume. Now how would he ever go out without it?
Peter Parker, you silly boy. Of course you're not Spider-Man.
So far, I haven't actually told an untruth.
But I don't want you wearing that silly costume to any parties. It might get you in trouble, so I'll just take it with me. And there's a cake for you in the kitchen.
She's gone. Boy, what a close shave. She must never discover my secret. At her age, the shock could be fatal. But I'm in the clear again, for now. All in all, things didn't work out too badly. Except that I've become a superhero without a costume. What if I have to become Spidey again soon? Oh well, I'll worry about that when the time comes.
And, unless we miss our guess, that time is coming sooner than Peter thinks. But you'll learn about it for yourself when you read our sensational next issue. Don't miss it, it's your kind of yarn. The end.
Spider-Man, Spider-Man, does whatever a spider can. Spins a web any size, catches thieves just like flies. Look out, here comes Spider-Man.